to modify. Stop, drop it low, but pick it up carefully. Work them glutes like you in physical therapy.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers, welcome to my channel. Today in this lecture we will talk about the anatomy of the pelvic and pelvic wall. So let's start. Basically pelvis is a region between the abdomen and the perineum, and it is inferior to the abdomen. Trunk is basically a region which where the legs and trunk are connected together, and the weight of the upper trunk is transferred to the lower limbs. So let's start with osteology. Osteology, pelvis is formed by four main bones. The first bone the two hip bones, which is also called as os coxae and the sacrum, and the fourth one is the coccyx. Pelvic brim is the round structure which you can see here, this round structure. Okay, so pelvic brim is Mickey Mouse shape in the male and oval shape in the female. So they are posterior side, it is on the posterior side it contains the sacral promontory here, and on the anterior side it contains the pubic symphysis, and on the lateral side it contains the pectineal line and arcuate line. It divides the pelvic into two portions. This is the upper portion which is called and the lower the upper portion which is called as false pelvis, and the lower portion which is called as the true pelvis. So let's start first like this. This is the upper portion which is called as false pelvis, and this is the lower is called as the true pelvis. So first of all we will start from the false pelvis. False pelvis is basically a region above the pelvic brim. It contains lumbar vertebrae posteriorly and like this, and anteriorly it contains the pubic symphysis or abdominal cavity, and laterally it contains the iliacus or iliacus muscle and iliacus fossa. Okay, it supports the abdominal cavity, while the true pelvis is below the false pelvis, and it is the origin of the pelvic brim. It contains the inlet and outlet of the pelvic inlet and outlet. This is the true pelvis. Okay, so the pelvic inlet means the outer. When we see the pelvic cavity from the above, the first opening to which is visible to us is called as pelvic inlet, and the last opening here which we can see is called as a pelvic outlet. So the pelvic inlet has its boundaries, the sacral promontory here, and the pubic symphysis anteriorly here, and the iliopectineal and arcuate line and the lateral side, while on the other hand the pelvic outlet is the boundary or having a boundary of coccygeal bone here, and when we observing this area, okay, this area. So it is also having the ischial tuberosity and having pubic arch and contain three notches, which is the two sciatic notch and one iliopubic notch. The pelvic wall is the group of structure which made these pelvic wall. So it contains the bone, ligament, the fascia, the the peritoneum, and the ligaments, like you can see in this picture. Okay, all of these structures form the anterior, posterior, lateral and inferior wall. So we will start each of them. We will learn each of them. Okay, the anterior pelvic wall contains these anterior the body of the pubic bone, the pubic rami, superior rami and inferior rami, and the pubic symphysis, while the posterior wall of the pelvic cavity or pelvic wall contain the sacrum, the coccyx, the piriformis muscle, and also it contain the parietal pelvis, while the lateral pelvic wall contain the two iliac or os coxae bones. Okay, now we will learn about the sacrum, because we are studying the osteology. So this is the sacrum on the this is the actually the posterior side of the sacrum. It contains the superior facet where the lumbar vertebrae are the facet joints of with the lumbar vertebrae is formed here and here, and this is the sacral canal where L5 vertebrae sit, and this is the sacral tuberosity, the lateral sacral crest here, and this is the median sacral crest. Okay, here you can see the two projections which is called as the sacral cornu, while the structure in between them two cornus are called as the sacral hiatus. Okay, now we will see now we will observe now we will study the anterior part of the sacrum. So it is having the this kind of line which is known as the sacral promontory, and it is also having the superior articular process which is called as facet process. The medial portion, it is having the transverse lines. Okay, then the side, on the side we are having the sacral foraminals, and here you can see the 5 fused bones are called as the coccyx. Now we will study the hip bones. Like you can see here, this is a hip. There are 3 main bones. This one, the maroon color one, is the ilium, and this the dark green color having in is the dark green color bone is called as the ischium, and this one is the pubis. So ilium, ischium, and pubis. Okay, so the acetabulum is the joint between the femur and the hip bone, which is also called as the glenoid joint or glenoid cavity. So here is the iliac bone, a single iliac bone. So this is the iliac tuberosity, this is the greater sciatic notch, and the ischial spine, the ischium, and the obturator foramen, and this is the pubis bone, and there is the articular surface where the pubic symphysis is made. Okay, so this is the lesser sciatic notch, this is the ala of the ilium bone. Okay, so when we study the pelvic bone, which are combined and then as a whole, so we can watch or we can observe this kind of a structure. This is basically the sacrum, and there is the coccygeal bones, coccygeal vertebra or sacral vertebrae. Okay, so here is the posterior superior iliac spine, here is the crest of the ilium, and this is the ilium bone, and this is the sacrospinous ligament which divide the greater and lesser sciatic notch, and this is the pubis, this is the ischium, this is the ischial tuberosity, and here you can see this is the obturator foramen. This is the subpubic angle, or is also called as the pubic arch. So which is the which make us able to differentiate between the male and the female pelvis. Okay, so here is the ischiopubic ramus, which is also called as inferior ramus, and upper to this one is the superior ramus. Okay, this is the lesser sciatic foramen, and then you have the sacrotuberous ligament, which start from the sacrum and enter and insert on the tuberosity of the pubis. Okay, and now there is the greater sciatic foramen, and this is the posterior sacroiliac ligament. I will talk about the ligaments in upcoming slides. Okay, now we will deeply study the hip bone. This is the actually posterior side, this is the anterior side. As you can see that this is the posterior superior iliac spine. Okay, this is the posterior side, and this is the anterior side. This side is anterior, this side is posterior. So this is the posterior superior iliac spine, this is the posterior inferior iliac spine, this is the greater sciatic notch, and this is the ischial body, and there is the ischial spine, and here you can see the lesser sciatic notch, this one. Okay, this is the ischium, and there is the obturator foramen, this is the ischial tuberosity, this is the ischial ramus or inferior ramus, and there you can see the and there it is the ramus which I am talking about. Okay, this is the inferior ramus of the pubis, and here you can see the pubis bone, the pubic body, and this is the acetabulum, where the femur of the lower limb get attached and make the glenoid cavity. And here is, okay, so here is the anterior superior iliac spine. This is the area anterior inferior iliac spine, and this is the crest of the hip bone. Okay, you can see this same structure here. Okay, so this is the same structures. Okay, now we will talk about something that I left in the previous slide. Okay, this is the pubic ramus, and this is the pubic tubercle. It is the ischial spine, and it is the arcuate or iliopectineal line, and this is the iliac fossa. Okay, so how we will differentiate the male and female pelvic? These are the some points. First is the pelvic the bony pelvis of the male and female. We can differentiate it by general structure. The male pelvic is basically thick and is heavy, while the female pelvic bone is the bones of the pelvis or the iliac or the hip bones are thin and light. It is the greater the greater pelvis is basically in male it is deep, and in female it is shallow, while lesser pelvic in the male is narrow and deep, while in female it is wide and shallow. The pelvic inlet, it is heart shape, like you can see here. It is heart shape in male and oval shape in female, while the pelvic outlet in the female is the male is comparatively small. You can see here, and in female it is comparatively large because of the delivery, that it will be easy for the woman to get delivered her child. Okay, so pubic arch, this is the main point which you can differentiate between the male and female pelvis. This is the pubic arch. In male it is among about 40 to 50 angle, and in female it is above 80 angle. It's forming above 80 degree angle. Okay, so obturator foramen, this one in male it is round, while in female it is oval shape, while the acetabulum in male it is large, while in female the acetabulum is actually small. So this is the main difference between the male and female pelvic. So ligament of the pelvic, you can learn them by the area and the bones of the hip or a pelvis region. First we will start above the lumbar region. So the ligaments are the iliolumbar ligament, lateral lumbosacral ligament, and the sacrotuberous ligament, which is the ligament responsible for division of the sciatic notch, and the sacrospinous ligament. Now in the sacroiliac region, we are having the anterior sacro or ventral sacroiliac joint, dorsal or posterior sacroiliac joint, and triosseous sacroiliac ligament. Sorry, these are the ligament. It's my mistake that I called it joint. Okay, so sacrococcygeal ligaments are having anterior sacrococcygeal ligament, dorsal sacrococcygeal ligament, and lateral sacrococcygeal ligaments. Ligaments of the pubis symphysis, you can learn it by the superior pubic ligament, inferior pubic ligament, anterior pubic ligament, and posterior pubic ligament. Now you can see it one by one. These are the iliolumbar ligament, as you can see here, iliolumbar, posterior sacroiliac, and here is the sacrospinous ligament. This is the sacrotuberous ligament. Okay, so this is the anterior side of the pelvis, and there is the anterior sacroiliac ligament. There is the anterosseous sacroiliac ligament, the posterior sacroiliac ligament. These are the ligament of the sacroiliac. Now the sacrococcygeal ligament, it involves the anterior sacrococcygeal ligament, this one, which joined the here you can see the superficial posterior sacroiliac ligament, the lateral sacroiliac ligament, and the deep posterior sacroiliac ligament. Okay, the pubic ligaments are the superior pubic ligament, inferior pubic ligament, the anterior pubic ligament, and the posterior pubic ligament, which is forming the pubic